Deep in ancient times, tales were told of Og, the giant king of Bashan. Towering above ordinary men, Og ruled his land with formidable strength and an iron will. Legends say his bed was made of iron, measuring nearly 14 feet long, proof of his immense stature. His reign struck awe and fear into the hearts of neighboring kingdoms. Yet, despite his power, Og met his match when he faced the determined people of Israel, marking the end of his legend. The giant king of Bashan, a historical enigma. What if I told you that buried in the dusty archives of ancient Near Eastern texts lies evidence of a ruler so physically imposing that his iron bed became the stuff of legend? Meet Og, the last king of Bashan, whose very existence challenges everything we think we know about the rulers of antiquity. In the shadow of Mount Hermon, around 1400 BCE, stretched the fertile kingdom of Bashan, a land of oak forests and volcanic soil that today encompasses parts of Syria, Jordan, and Israel. Here ruled a monarch whose physical dimensions were so extraordinary that scribes felt compelled to record the measurements of his furniture for posterity. According to the Book of Deuteronomy, Og's iron bedstead measured 9 cubits long and 4 cubits wide, roughly 13 feet by 6 feet by ancient standards. But Og wasn't just remarkable for his size. Archaeological evidence suggests he was the final representative of the Rephaim, a mysterious people group that ancient texts describe as giants who once dominated the Transjordan region. These weren't mythical beings from fairy tales. They appear in multiple independent sources, from Hebrew scriptures to Ugaritic texts, suggesting a historical basis for their existence. The intrigue deepens when we examine Og's military prowess. Ancient records describe him as a formidable warrior king who controlled 60 fortified cities, each surrounded by high walls, gates, and bronze bars. His capital at Ashtaroth was a strategic fortress that commanded trade routes between Mesopotamia and Egypt. When the Israelites encountered his forces at Edrei, they faced what appeared to be an insurmountable challenge, a giant king commanding from an impregnable position. Yet here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. Despite his physical advantages and military might, Og's reign came to a dramatic end. The defeat of this seemingly invincible ruler became such a significant historical marker that it was referenced repeatedly in ancient literature as proof that no enemy, regardless of size or strength, was unconquerable. The psychological impact of toppling a giant king resonated through generations of Near Eastern warfare narratives. Modern archaeology has uncovered fascinating parallels to Og's story. Excavations in the Bashan region have revealed Bronze Age settlements with unusually robust defensive structures and oversized architectural elements that might reflect the physical proportions of their inhabitants. Some researchers point to rare genetic conditions like gigantism or acromegaly that could explain exceptional height in ancient populations, while others suggest the Rephaim might represent memories of Neanderthal human interactions preserved in cultural memory. The iron bed itself presents another historical puzzle. Iron was precious in the late Bronze Age, making Og's bedstead a symbol of both wealth and technological sophistication. That ancient historians bothered to preserve its dimensions suggests they understood they were documenting something extraordinary, perhaps the last physical evidence of a vanishing race of giants. Whether Og represents historical fact, cultural memory, or symbolic literature, his story captures something profound about humanity's ancient past. In an era when we're still discovering new hominid species and revising our understanding of human diversity, the giant king of Bashan reminds us that history's most intriguing mysteries often lie hidden in plain sight, waiting for the right moment to challenge our assumptions about the ancient world.